Did ChatGPT just kill Google Chrome? ChatGPT Atlas is not just another AI tool in a sidebar. This thing can actually browse, click, type, and work for you autonomously. I've been testing it for the past week, and today I'm walking you through every single feature, how to set it up, what it can do that Chrome can't, the privacy risks you need to know about, and whether you should make the switch right now. This is the complete Atlas review, so let's dive in. So what exactly is ChatGPT Atlas? This is OpenAI's first web browser, and it's not just Chrome with an AI extension. This is a browser built entirely around ChatGPT. The whole thing is powered by AI. At first glance, it looks familiar. Tabs across the top, bookmarks bar, standard browser layout. But when you open a new tab, instead of a search page, you get a full ChatGPT interface. That's the difference. Every tab can be a ChatGPT conversation, a web page, or both at the same time. And if you're just starting to explore tools like Atlas and want a single place to track everything happening in AI right now, I keep all my workflows inside AI Master Pro. It's my home base. Bite-sized lessons on new AI tools, curated weekly digests so I never miss major updates like this, plus templates and prompts I can use instantly. We'll actually use some of those prompts later in this video when we test agent mode. Let me walk you through the interface. At the very top, you've got the standard tab bar. Works exactly like Chrome. Below that, the URL bar sits in the center. But here's the twist. That URL bar doubles as a ChatGPT prompt field. Type a website, it loads the page. Type a question, it opens a ChatGPT conversation. On the right edge of every page, you'll see a subtle button. That's the Ask ChatGPT Sidebar. Click it, and a panel slides in from the right. This is where the AI reads the current page and answers your questions about it. No copy-paste required. The home page is different too. Instead of Google's search box and shortcuts, you get the full ChatGPT interface with tabs across the top. Home, search, images, videos, news. Home gives you AI-generated answers. Search shows traditional web results. Images, videos, and news work like Google's tabs. It's a hybrid experience, AI first, but with web search as backup. Below the chat interface, you'll see quick access icons for connected apps, Canva, Figma, Spotify, whatever you've linked to your ChatGPT account. One click, and they open in new tabs. The settings icon sits in the top right corner next to your profile picture. We'll dig into that in a minute. And yes, there's an incognito mode. Same privacy-focused browsing you'd expect from any modern browser. Right now, Atlas is only available on Mac. You can download it today at chatgpt.com/atlas/getstarted. No waitlist. Windows and mobile versions are coming soon, but if you're on Mac, you can grab it right now for free. During installation, it'll ask if you want to import data from Chrome or Safari, bookmarks, passwords, browsing history. I said yes, and it pulled everything in. All my saved passwords from Google Keychain, all my bookmarks, done. If you don't want that, you can skip it and start fresh. The browser itself is free, but here's the catch. The most powerful feature, Agent Mode, is currently in preview access for ChatGPT Plus, Pro, and business users. If you're on the free tier, you get the Ask ChatGPT Sidebar and basic search features, but Agent Mode stays locked. One more thing, Atlas supports some Chromium extensions, the same ones that work on Chrome. I haven't tested all of them yet, and not every extension API works perfectly, but it's promising. Atlas is still early-stage software, so expect some quirks. Honestly, Atlas made browsing smarter, but managing my notes, tasks, and project files around was still a mess. I was juggling drafts, feedback, and a dozen drive tabs, so I started using Morningmate as a lightweight hub. What stuck with me is that it's really an all-in-one collaboration platform. Chat, tasks, and your feed live together, so a comment becomes a task without copy-pasting. That cleaned up a lot of back and forth. Their AI agent helped me build a basic project skeleton from a short brief during a demo. The search looks for context rather than just file names, which saved me time hunting for an alt draft. Collaboration is simpler. One-click guest invites let me share a task or a file with the client without exposing the whole workspace. If you use Google Drive a lot, the Google Workspace integration lets us access and attach Drive files directly within Morningmate while turning Gmail into tasks, so nothing gets lost in a thread. There's also real-time translation for broader teams. Quick scorecard from my testing. Setup and onboarding, fast. Task depth, solid. Subtasks and custom fields. Collaboration, seamless. Views, feed, list, calendar, timeline. Integrations, tight with Google. If you want to try it, there's a 30-day free trial. The link is in the description. The first 100 people who upgrade after the trial get 12 months of unlimited access plus free onboarding. All right, back to the showdown. Before you start using Atlas, let's talk settings. There are a few key toggles you should configure right away depending on whether you want maximum AI power or maximum privacy. Click your profile icon in the top right, then settings. You'll land on the main settings page. Here's what matters. First, browser memory. This is under personalization. Turn it on for contextual AI suggestions, turn it off for privacy, 7-day storage, manual delete option. I keep mine off and we'll explore this feature in detail in a minute. Second, data controls. Free users, check this. There's a toggle called Improve the Model for Everyone. If it's on, OpenAI can use your browsing data for training. I recommend turning it off unless you explicitly want to contribute. Third, search preferences. Set your default search mode, home for AI answers. Search for traditional web results. I use home because that's the whole point of Atlas. Fourth, extensions. Atlas supports some Chromium extensions, but not all APIs work perfectly yet. Check the Extensions tab to see compatibility status for what you've installed. Fifth, appearance. Dark mode, light mode, sidebar visibility, standard customization. If the Ask button distracts you, you can hide it here. Quick recommendation: privacy-focused users should turn off browser memory and data sharing. Power users who want maximum AI contextuality can leave memory on but review it regularly. That's the 5-minute setup. Now let's see what this thing can actually do. Here's something Chrome will never do. The URL bar in Atlas isn't just for typing websites. It's also a ChatGPT prompt bar. If I type a question instead of a URL, it responds right there in the chat interface. No need to open a separate ChatGPT tab. Let me show you. I'll type, "What's the weather in New York today?" Hit enter. Instead of navigating to a website, it opens a ChatGPT response with the weather forecast. I can keep chatting, asking follow-ups, generating images, all without leaving this tab. Now let me try something more complex. I'll type generate a Python script that converts CSV to JSON. Atlas opens a ChatGPT response with working code, syntax highlighting, explanations. I can ask it to modify the code, debug errors, add features, all from the URL bar. No context switching. This is the workflow. You can also use the URL bar to jump straight into creative tools. Type Canva and hit enter. If you've connected Canva to your ChatGPT account, it opens immediately. Same with Figma, Spotify, whatever apps you've linked. It's faster than clicking through bookmarks. The URL bar also supports model switching. You can choose between GPT-4, GPT-4o, o1, whatever model you want. Same as the ChatGPT web app, but now it's baked into your browser. One more thing, the search modes. When you search for something, Atlas shows you multiple result types at the top: home, search, images, videos, news. Home gives you an AI-generated answer. Search shows traditional web results. Images and videos work like Google. News pulls in recent articles. You can switch between them with one click. It's the best of both worlds. AI answers when you want them, classic search when you need it. Now let's talk about the Ask ChatGPT Sidebar, one of Atlas's most practical features, and it's available even on the free tier. This is the feature you'll use constantly, whether you're researching, reading articles, or shopping online. Here's how it works. I'm on a TechCrunch article about AI browser innovation. It's a long piece, probably 3,000 words. I don't have time to read the whole thing, so I'll click the Ask button on the right edge of the page. The sidebar opens, and I'll type, "Summarize this article in 3 bullet points." Watch. Within seconds, Atlas reads the entire article and gives me a clean 3-point summary. The core argument, key examples, conclusion. Done. I just saved 10 minutes. Let me try another one. I'm on a product page for a new AI tool. I want to know if it's worth the price. I'll ask the sidebar, what's the sentiment of this page? Is the company overselling this product? Atlas reads the marketing copy, analyzes the tone, and tells me the language is promotional but grounded. Claims are specific, backed by case studies. not overselling. That's useful context I wouldn't get from just skimming. One more, I'm on a pricing page with complex tier structures. I'll ask, which plan includes API access? The sidebar scans the page and highlights the exact tier. No scrolling, no Control F, no guessing, instant answer. But here's the catch. The Ask button doesn't appear on every site. I've noticed it's missing on some banking sites, pages with heavy JavaScript and certain paywalled content. It's inconsistent. When it works, it's incredible. When it doesn't show up, you're back to manual reading. Still, for research-heavy workflows, reading articles, comparing products, scanning documentation, this feature alone justifies trying Atlas. Chrome has nothing like this built in. One of the most unique features and most controversial is browser memory. Atlas can save short browser memories from your browsing sessions. Pages you visit, searches you make, topics you research. These memories stick around for up to 7 days, and you can delete them anytime in settings. Let me test this. Today, I was researching knowledge management tools, Notion alternatives, productivity apps, that kind of thing. But I can't remember which specific tools I looked at, so I'll ask Atlas. Today, I was looking at some knowledge management tools. What were they? Watch this. It searches my browsing history and comes back with exact results. Lazy, Omnibox, and 8n. It even remembers the context. I was comparing them for a workflow automation project. This is wild. The AI doesn't just store URLs, it understands what I was doing and why. This works for anything. Research topics, shopping comparisons, articles you read last week. Atlas builds a contextual memory of your recent browsing behavior. For power users, this is incredibly useful. You can pick up exactly where you left off without manually tracking everything. But here's the trade-off: privacy. Browser memory means ChatGPT is watching what you do. Every site you visit, every form you fill out, every search query, stored for up to 7 days. OpenAI says it's opt-in, but during setup, they push hard for you to enable it. If you want to turn it off, here's how. Go to your profile icon in the top right, click Settings, then Personalization. You'll see 3 options: Saved Memories, Chat History, and Browser Memories. Toggle Browser Memories off, done. The AI won't remember anything beyond the current session. You can also manually delete individual memories if you prefer to keep the feature on but remove specific items. You can also disable data sharing entirely. In Settings, go to Data Controls and turn off Improve the model for everyone. This stops OpenAI from using your browsing data to train future models. Free users should definitely check this setting. If you're watching this thinking, I need to actually learn how to build AI workflows like this, not just watch them, that's exactly why I built AI Master Pro as my learning hub. Here's what's inside. Over 100 bite-sized lessons that break down how AI tools actually work, not just tutorials, but the thinking behind them. You get access to our AI tools by AI Master, Ask AI Master, where you can learn with your personal AI coach, AI Art Studio for visual work, Prompt Creator for building better prompts, and deep AI research when you need comprehensive analysis. Plus, there's the AI Master Method. It's an action sprint that walks you through building a sellable AI offer and setting up your first automated funnel in 4 weeks. 8 hours of deep theory, real workflows, actual business building, and if you just need prompts fast, Prompt Lab Pro has 300 plus ready-to-use templates for funnels, content research, automation, the stuff you and I actually use. The big idea, AI Master Pro isn't another course library, it's your all-in-one AI hub. Weekly updates so you stay current, a community where people share real results, discounts in AI tools, and everything in one place. No more jumping between platforms trying to piece together your AI education. And for 1 month only, till December 1st, we're offering a lifetime access to our subscription. Yes, you heard that right. One-time payment, lifetime access. Links in the description. All right, back to Atlas. The Ask Sidebar can also compare products or topics in real time. Let's say I want to compare ChatGPT Atlas with Perplexity Comet, another new AI browser. I'll open the sidebar and type compare ChatGPT Atlas versus Perplexity Comet. Atlas opens both websites, reads the content, and generates a side-by-side comparison table. Features, pricing, pros, and cons all laid out cleanly. I didn't have to visit both sites manually, read through marketing pages, and take notes. The AI did it for me. This works for anything: tech products, services, subscription plans. You can even compare restaurants, hotels, flight options. The sidebar acts like a real-time research assistant that pulls data from multiple sources and synthesizes it instantly. Some pages don't show the Ask button yet. It depends on the site and the content, but overall, it's one of the most practical features in Atlas. Research time goes from 20 minutes to 30 seconds. Unlike Comet or the browser company's Arc, Atlas feels less like a plugin and more like the next step in how ChatGPT itself evolves into your browser. Let's be honest, Atlas is early-stage software, and it shows. Here are the real issues I've encountered this week. First, performance. Atlas is noticeably slower than Chrome on complex pages, around 20 to 30% slower on average. Pages with heavy JavaScript, lots of images, or dynamic content take longer to load. The AI context loading adds latency. If you're used to Chrome's speed, this will frustrate you. Second, agent mode failures. I tested agent mode on 20 different tasks. It succeeded on about 15 of them. The other 5, complete failures. It got stuck in loops, couldn't navigate certain sites, or returned incomplete results. Multi-step tasks that require precise timing or complex authentication don't work reliably yet. Third, extension compatibility. I mentioned this earlier, but it's worth repeating. Most Chrome extensions don't work perfectly in Atlas. Some load, but don't function. Others break the browser entirely. If your workflow depends on specific extensions, test them thoroughly before switching. Fourth, memory usage. Atlas is a memory hog. On my Mac, it uses about 1.5 times more RAM than Chrome with the same tabs open. If you're running a machine with limited memory, you'll notice slowdowns. These aren't deal breakers, but they're real. OpenAI is shipping updates regularly and performance is improving, but right now, Atlas is a beta product. Expect bugs, crashes, and frustrating moments. If you need reliability, stick with Chrome. Atlas doesn't just read pages, it can edit text directly in your browser. This is huge for anyone who writes content online. Here's how it works. I'm on Reddit writing a comment about AI browsers. I've written a rough draft, but it sounds too casual. I want to make it more structured. Instead of copying the text into ChatGPT, asking for a rewrite, and pasting it back, I can do this. Highlight the text, click the OpenAI button that appears, and tell it what I want. Make this more structured and add specific examples. Watch! The AI rewrites the comment right inside the Reddit text box. Better structure, clear examples, professional tone, no tab switching, no copy paste. The text updates in place. Let me try another one. I'm on a public Google Doc, a collaborative research document anyone can edit. I'll highlight a paragraph and ask the AI to simplify this for beginners. Boom, the text rewrites instantly right in the doc. Same feature works on Wikipedia talk pages, forum posts, X threads, LinkedIn, anywhere there's an editable text field. This is subtle, but it's the kind of integration that saves hours over time. Instead of jumping between ChatGPT and your browser, the AI lives inside every text box you use. Now let's talk about the big one, agent mode. This is what separates Atlas from every other browser out there, including Chrome. Agent mode lets the AI take control of your browser and perform tasks on your behalf. We're talking multi-step workflows across multiple tabs, all running simultaneously. And you can do this without logging into any personal accounts. Let me show you what I mean. I'll open a new tab and enable agent mode. There's a toggle at the top of the chat interface. Once it's on, I can give it complex instructions and it'll execute them autonomously. Let me demonstrate with a pure research workflow. I'm going to tell it, research the top 5 AI video generators. For each one, find the pricing, key features, and user reviews on Reddit. Create a comparison summary. I hit enter, watch what happens. Atlas opens multiple tabs. It navigates to Runway's website, Pika's site, Synthesia, HeyGen, and Sora's landing page. In each tab, it's scrolling through pricing pages, reading feature lists, taking notes. Then it opens Reddit, searches for user reviews of each tool, reads through threads, and pulls out common themes. All of this is happening simultaneously. I'm not clicking anything. The browser is working for me. After about 45 seconds, agent mode delivers a complete comparison summary, pricing table, feature breakdown, pros and cons from real users. Done. Here's another example. I'll ask it to find 3 long-form articles about browser innovation published in the last month. Summarize each one and tell me which is most relevant to Atlas. Agent mode opens tabs for TechCrunch, The Verge, Wired. It's searching for recent articles, opening them, reading full text, generating summaries. Within a minute, I have 3 article summaries with relevant scores, no login required, no personal data touched, pure research automation. And now here's the fine print. Agent mode works in 2 ways. Logged in and logged out. What I just showed you was logged out mode. The agent works in a sandboxed cloud environment, so it doesn't touch any of your personal accounts. There's also logged in mode, where the agent can access your Gmail, calendar, Amazon, whatever you're signed into. That's powerful, but it raises privacy concerns. For this demo, I'm sticking to logged out mode because it's safer and still incredibly useful. You can also run agent mode on creative tasks, even without logging into anything. For example, I asked it, find a ready-made social media template themed around AI tools and show me how it would customize it for a thank you message. Instead of opening any personal accounts, Atlas searched publicly available template galleries, identified several relevant layouts, and generated a step-by-step description of how it would adapt one of them: colors, text placement, headline structure, and visual hierarchy. The experience is the same. Atlas doesn't just assist you, it actively plans the creative work and walks you through the entire editing process without touching private data or requiring site access. This is the future Chrome isn't building. Google's AI tools help you type faster. Atlas helps you create faster. So, should you switch from Chrome to Atlas? Let's be honest. It depends on your workflow. Here's a side-by-side breakdown. Chrome is faster, more stable, and has 15 years of polish. It's the gold standard for extensions. You've got ad blockers, password managers, productivity tools, thousands of options. If your workflow depends on specific extensions, Atlas doesn't support most of them yet. Chrome also respects your privacy more by default. It doesn't watch everything you do and feed it to an AI model. Atlas, on the other hand, gives you something Chrome will never have: native AI automation. The Ask Sidebar alone is worth the switch. If you do a lot of research, writing, or content creation, agent mode is a game changer for repetitive tasks: booking travel, shopping, scheduling, data entry. But it's slower than Chrome, especially on complex pages around 1.2 times on average. But most lag comes from AI context loading, not the browsing itself. The UI occasionally lags. And like I said, agent mode is paywalled. Here's my take. If you're a ChatGPT power user, someone who already pays for Plus or Pro and spends half your day in ChatGPT, you should try Atlas. It consolidates your workflow. You're no longer juggling 2 apps. If you're privacy conscious or if your job requires enterprise-level security, stick with Chrome for now. Atlas is early-stage software. It will improve, but it's not ready to replace Chrome for everyone. OpenAI confirmed that a free tier remains available, but without agent mode or persistent memory. Also, if you rely on Chrome extensions for work, like Grammarly, Loom, or Notion Web Clipper, you'll be frustrated. Atlas doesn't support third-party extensions yet. OpenAI says they're coming, but no timeline. The sweet spot. Use both. Keep Chrome as your daily driver for stability and extensions. Use Atlas for AI-heavy tasks, research, summarization, automation. That's what I'm doing, and it works. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room: privacy. Atlas has a feature called browser memory. During setup, it asks if you want to turn it on. If you say yes, ChatGPT will save short memories from your browsing activity, every search, every page you visit, every form you fill out, for up to 7 days. OpenAI says this makes the AI smarter, more contextual, better at anticipating your needs. But here's the problem. Browser memory is an opt-in feature, but OpenAI pushes hard for you to enable it during setup. The language is reassuring. You're in control, memories stay private, but tech critics aren't buying it. Anil Dash, a well-known tech blogger, wrote a scathing critique calling Atlas anti-web. He pointed out that giving an AI access to your browsing history creates massive security risks What if the AI is trained on your data? What if there's a prompt injection attack where a malicious website tricks the AI into leaking your personal information? OpenAI hasn't addressed these concerns in detail, and he's not alone. Security researchers have raised questions about how Atlas handles authentication tokens, cookies, and session data. If the AI can see everything you do, can it also see your passwords when you type them, your credit card numbers? OpenAI says no, they claim sensitive data is filtered out. But the documentation is vague. There's also the question of enterprise adoption. Companies that handle sensitive data, healthcare, finance, legal, won't touch Atlas until there's a clear security audit and compliance certification. GDPR, HIPAA, SOC 2, none of that exists yet for Atlas. Chrome has all of it. Atlas doesn't. Here's what I did. I turned browser memory off during setup. You already know how from the earlier section. But even with it off, the question remains, should you trust OpenAI with your browsing data at all? Chrome collects data too, but it's transparent about what it does with it. Google publishes privacy reports, undergoes third-party audits, and has clear data retention policies. Atlas is new, and the privacy policies are still evolving. If you're privacy conscious, wait. Let OpenAI clarify their data practices, publish security audits, and address the concerns raised by critics like Dash. Or use Atlas only for non-sensitive tasks, research, content creation, public browsing, and keep Chrome for banking, email, anything personal. Let's get practical. Who should switch to Atlas? Who should wait? And who should skip it entirely? Switch now if you're already a ChatGPT Plus, Pro, or business user with agent mode access. You spend hours every day doing research, writing, or automating repetitive tasks. You're comfortable with early-stage software and willing to deal with occasional bugs. If that's you, download Atlas today. The productivity gains from agent mode alone will pay for themselves. Wait and watch if you're a free ChatGPT user. Without agent mode access, Atlas is just a browser with a helpful sidebar. It's useful, but not revolutionary. Also, wait if you're privacy conscious. Let OpenAI work out the kinks in browser memory before you trust it with your data, and definitely wait if you rely on Chrome extensions. Not all of them work perfectly in Atlas yet. Stick with Chrome if you work in a corporate environment with strict security policies. Atlas isn't enterprise ready. Or if you need maximum stability and speed, Chrome is still the faster, more reliable option for everyday browsing. And if you don't use ChatGPT regularly, Atlas won't feel like an upgrade. It's built for AI-first workflows. Here's the access breakdown one more time. Atlas is free to download. Free users get the Ask ChatGPT Sidebar, basic search, and image generation. Agent mode is currently in preview access for Plus, Pro, and business subscribers. Typical pricing is around $20 a month for Plus, $200 for Pro, but check OpenAI's site for current plans. For most power users, Plus is the sweet spot. So is Atlas perfect? No. It's slow in spots, agent mode occasionally fails on complex tasks, the privacy concerns are real, but here's the truth. This is the first real threat to Chrome's dominance in over a decade. For the first time, a browser isn't just a window to the web, it's an AI co-pilot that actually does the work for you. If you are already a ChatGPT user, it's worth trying. Download it, test the Ask Sidebar, play with agent mode if you're in Plus or Pro. Just make sure you turn off browser memory if you care about privacy. I will keep testing Atlas as OpenAI rolls out updates, and I'll share what I learn. And if you want to stay on top of tools like this, new AI browsers, workflow automation, prompt techniques, that's exactly what we cover weekly inside AI Master Pro. We track the tools, test them, and give you the actual workflows. And remember, lifetime access, links below. And let me know in the comments, are you switching to Atlas or sticking with Chrome for now? And see you in the next one.